Welcome back to the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 3, and we are here playing as House Blackwood, Samuel of Blackwood Vale. And as you can see, the Blackwood Vale is so big and stretched out here all the way over the High Lordship of Southstone. Yes, that's right, the Brackens' ancestral title is now under the control of their always correct and rightful rulers, the Blackwood House. However, as you can see, there are still several Brackens within our realm that need to be taken care of. Last time we hosted a murder feast and Lord Humphrey sent us a letter. He knows that we lured his father into our good graces under the guise of a feast, only to murder him in cold blood. Not that the Brackens deserve anything more. Am I right? So what are we doing now in this episode? Well, we are still trying to get rid of our daughter-in-law Moira here, just because, well, she hates us a little bit, and the sooner that our family can secure our legacy by her dying off and our grandson inheriting, all the better. Meanwhile, we're also trying to get rid of this guy here, Sir Corson, because, well, the High Towers, they pissed us off, and it just so happens that Lady Arana is the next in line, and unfortunately that also means all of her children are in line to inherit the titles as well, so we have to get rid of them. We failed last time to kill Bertram. He discovered our plot, but his younger brother will not be so lucky, methinks. So we just gotta wait these out and get some murders on. And then unfortunately, we weren't able to pick up the perk to claim throne, because in this mod, that perk does not exist. They changed it just to another vassal thing. So we can't scheme to claim the title of Lord Paramount of the Riverlands, because House Tully has that on lock, I guess. But perhaps in a future generation, we could manage a claim. His daughter, currently his firstborn daughter, oh, well, I'm unmarried now since my wife got killed last episode too, but no, I'm looking ahead here. Lord Samuel. No, my direct heir, his son Lormius here. Could we get Lormius married to Lady Jonquil if he survives? So negative 1029 because of the patrilineal marriage. As soon as I turn that off, it's only 29. So the thing is, the reason why is because right now she is his only heir. His primary heir is only heir. So he's not going to accept a marriage of her that isn't matrilineal so long as she's the direct heir. But as soon as he has a son or something like that, he's going to feel a lot more relaxed about marrying his daughter off patrilineally to my son. So we might just have to wait this out a little bit. Sooner or later, maybe in a few generations, we can get the claim on all of the Riverlands, but that's gonna be a little bit trickier than it might be in the base vanilla game. The Game of Thrones, they like the houses, all the houses, the stability of it and whatnot, and I like that too about it. It gives it an extra little challenge, kind of. And of course, we are also watching out for the mountain and the vale over here. So poor King William, a sickly child who inherited his titles, has been forced into this vassalization war with the Seven Kingdoms, and they are losing. King Aegon II here, still alive and kicking at 43 years old, is saying, the Mountain and the Vale belongs to the Iron Throne. It should be part of the Seven Kingdoms. Not that they even really have Seven Kingdoms right now, but nonetheless, you're missing out of the lineup. So they're trying to be vassalized right now, and so far they're winning. I think they're going to do it. Meanwhile, my city mayor vassal has been charmed by my dog, which she is a good girl. It's nice you know that. I don't think I'm going to find another spouse or try to get married again right away. We're still in mourning for our wife. As soon as we get enough gold, we might even host a funeral for her this episode. Meanwhile, like I was saying, my murder plot could get bewinged messengers. As my scheme moves closer to fruition, swift communication is key. I have an especially clever pigeon, which Tion could use to send urgent messages to me here in Raventree, if the need arises. But how would I get the bird into the castle of Deepden? Oh, how would I do it? I think it's too risky. I don't even want to bother, because We are already so good at murder that, like, trying to mess around at this point just doesn't even matter. We just gotta wait, be patient, and form our web, lay the trap. What's this guy want, though? Johann, an itinerant bard popular with the common folk, has arrived at my court. A local landowner encouraged him to seek me out so that he might perform for myself and my household. Prior to the performance, he came to me to ask what sort of music would be most pleasing to my ears. Why, a simple ballad, a pious one, a ballad about me, perhaps? Sing the valor of House Blackwood, why not? Yes, we will gain well-known dynasty. We are all about promoting our great house. Yes. Johann's performance went over swimmingly, with not a single member of my household left unimpressed. Beyond the specific ballad I had requested, Johann played many more gorgeous tunes, much to everyone's delight. Why, a splendid evening indeed. It's nice to enjoy the little things, the little evenings and such as you do. Yes, beautiful, beautiful way to live life. We are living the good life now. Sad we have to live it without our beloved wife, but such is life, you know? Murders happen all the time. Sometimes against my own family, but those murders do not stand. Hateful House Bracken is now in the hands of Sefton, a lord surely just as wicked as his predecessors. Everyone knows of Humphrey's inherited rivalry with Edwin, but what of the future? So, once again, Humphrey and Edwin were our ancestors, my father, his like great-great-grandfather at this point, because so many of his line have died. Nothing changes. Bracken dogs are all the same. We will never give up our rivalry with House Bracken. Our feud will live on eternally until every last one of them ceases to draw breath. Unconditionally, as I lean over the map in the council chamber, I hear a sudden creak. Turn my head towards the door. My grandson, Lormius, appears in the hallway, walks into the room. He looks at me with an inscrutable look for a moment, then walks over to me, wrapping a tight hug. What is this feeling in my chest? There. Now, let go of me. Good lad. Oh, my little grandson, he loves me, my future house's heir. It's only too bad that he's a bleeder and wasn't born a greenseer. Can't win them all, I guess. Why don't you hurry up and have another kid? I mean, she's naked for all there is to it, you know? Knock her up. And here we go, finally the murder scheme. The poisoned duck has been acquired. I hope he enjoys his meal. Bon appetit, Corson, a healthy eater. The bird became the last thing he ever ate. It also seems that none of my agents are under suspicion, and therefore nothing can be traced back to me. Why, it must have been something he ate. Lovely. Alright, well, since we can't go back and murder Bertram because that's on cooldown for a while now, and 9 more years, it's never gonna happen, dude. I hope he just doesn't have any children and we get him sooner or later. She is still maybe old enough to have a couple kids or something, but more than that, we could try to kill her, but I don't think she's gonna have any more kids, so she's not really a threat. You can kind of just let her get old and die, so long as the line of succession remains intact. Someone was plotting to kill Ormond, and we never discovered who it was, and it looks like they were successful? Oh no, my poor sister's son, my nephew, my plans, my future! He was betrothed to Malara here, and he was supposed to inherit. He was supposed to inherit the High Lordship of Hightower, of Oldstone there, because by marrying back to her. That is so heartbreaking. Now my plans are all for naught and shall never come to fruition. It all seems so pointless now, doesn't it? Maybe it's a sign that we're getting too old for this and we only have so many good murdering years left, and we should focus back not on new house rivalries that we never really took seriously. And, you know, we already got revenge for our sister by murdering, well, a whole bunch of high towers, honestly. Perhaps with that, it's a sign to focus back on important things going on in our realm, like eliminating every last Bracken who's ever drawn breath. Seems like a good plan. If we get rid of Humphrey here, then his older sister, Orissa, will inherit. She is a Bracken, but she actually has already had a bunch of kids to the Kembles, which we were looking at earlier, or in the last episode. So technically, her inheritors wouldn't be Reese here, would be a Kemble, not a Bracken, which is slightly more acceptable. We at least will forget about their name if that's the way things go. And since Lord Humphrey here is our rival and did write us that nice little letter to let us know that he knew that we murdered his father at our murder feast last time, I don't see any reason why he should continue to draw breath at this point. So let it be how it is. I wish I knew who Ormond's killer was. It just says he was killed under mysterious circumstances. So if only I knew who killed him, I could try to root them out and get rid of them. No revenge for poor Ormond, though, unfortunately, and my sister's legacy dies with him. Very sad. Very sad day for House Blackwood. Stupid Lord Walter here is dead as well. His daughter, Tynissa, didn't get anything. The Lord Paramount inherited all those titles. Here we go. My daughter-in-law, we've been trying to kill her for a while now. We got a 66% chance that she's going to eat the poison duck this time. Let's find out. A healthy eater. Oh, and she was pregnant too? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Could have had another kid for my line here. Oh well. Must have been something she ate. Now she's gone. I guess I don't need to swear anymore either. Damn, yeah, my son could have had another kid. Oops. Ormius here. He's not exactly healthy. In fact, I kind of hope he dies. Maybe not. I still want to try to see if I can marry him. Aha, she is pregnant. So we'll see. If he has a son, maybe we can actually manage to marry Lormias here off. And maybe that'll be a good way to snake in. If not, Moira here, she's pretty. And hopefully this guy and her have some kids, because he's going to inherit Waspwood, which is in my own realm. So, I mean, that'd be nice just to kind of like keep it in the family and have that pass along properly. So yeah, I've in the past, I've laid out all of these schemes and plans, interwoven my dynasty's bloodlines to strategic marriages and alliances, and now it's just a matter of time. But immediately he's discovering my plot. That's no good. Well, while we try to murder him, we might as well also try to murder Lord Sefton here. He's also my rival, and the actual house head of the dynasty of the Brackens, so he deserves to die just as much. His younger brother Lyle would inherit, and then his younger brother Amos after that. The septum, we're trying to get the septum of Lord Humphrey to help me out, but we don't believe in the faith of the seven, so that's between them and their gods. You know, that's none of my business. Looks like the neck is calling me in a peasant alliance revolt. That's fine. I'm sure this battle will be done before I even get there. Might as well try to convert Tilbert here. Maybe you can convert some of these other counties to the faith of the seven. I'm going to start with Raventree March down here, because we are now in direct control of it, and it's got Raven in its name, and we're cool with ravens. So their previous lord was a follower of the old gods too, so I feel like the region, the people of the region, should get in line and try to follow the fate, the old gods, just like the rest of like their lord does, right? Slowly but surely we'll bring the old faith back to the Riverlands down here, and hopefully become kings and show them all. Kings once again, and show them. Scheme discovered. It seems like my schemes against my rivals are very hard pressed to be won here, so I'm gonna have to switch my Spymaster to supporting my schemes, which gives me a huge boost to my scheme power, but not quite enough, especially now that it's exposed. There's nobody in their courts either that would be willing to join my scheme, so these schemes might be a long shot against these Brackens, but, you know, I'd rather take the shot and miss, if anything. The Peasant Uprising is invalidated and over. Yeah, I forgot about that 10 seconds after I said I would join, so good. Alright, well, I took this trying to get to meritocracy to get my claims throne scheme against my liege, but since that's been modded out, I mean, I guess I might as well take it anyway and get that vassal tax contribution up. Get more gold. Maybe there's someone who would join my scheme for enough money, if some such person would ever possibly exist. My granddaughter Moira enters my chamber, tapping her foot. "Grandfather, my lord, I want to discuss my betrothal," she says furiously. "I can't do it. I don't want to marry Tothimir." She continues, "Where do I start? If I'm honest with myself, I just can't stand him. He's much older than I am. Please, grandfather, please don't make me do this." Now, no. She's matrilineal marrying this guy and inheriting his family's titles. She should make the marriage that I have arranged. Listen to me, Moira. It's for the good of the family. She's stressed out. She's become a recluse. But as much as she might hate me, I stand by it. It's for the good of the family. You should do it. Here we go, Lord Humphrey. My agents have learned that he's currently undertaking a journey to Galltown, which will take him through several patches of wilderness. All that's missing is the band of thugs that will tragically slay him in a highway robbery gone wrong. I can already imagine his blood seeping into the dark soil. Oh, the wilderness can be such a dangerous place. It's only a 5% chance. 5% chance? Wow, my scheme dropped to nothing. Well, I could try to wait, but I'm not going to get anybody else. I'm going to roll the dice, and it's like, I need like a critical hit for this to work. It's not going to happen. Yes, it seems he's escaped the old god's judgments. My thugs failed to overpower his retinue, and worse still, they were captured and spilled the beans. Damn these Bracken scoundrels. Typical bandits will say anything to get off lightly. Ugh, disgusting. Well, you survive again this day, Lord Humphrey, but perhaps not for too much longer. Lord Sefton, I hope we only have better luck with you. My dog's making trouble for my vassal here. She's just a dog, dude. Don't worry yourself about it, okay? This guy hates me already anyway. There we go. 45% chance. Drink to life for Lord Sefton. A discreet powder which leaves no traces dissolved in his drink. Yes, we got him. Lord Sefton is dead, killed by a deep draught of tea. My agent slipped the poison into his goblet and watched it dissolve without a trace. Only when his throat swelled shut did he realize something was wrong. But by then, it was far too late. Fortunately, my agent slipped out well before the effects of the poison revealed that something was afoot. That's one less Bracken to worry about in any case. This is just the beginning. These Brackens shall pay. Every last one of them will be destroyed. The next enemy, hateful House Bracken, is now in the hands of Lyle, a lord surely just as wicked as his predecessors. Nothing changes. The Bracken dogs are all the same. Lyle, you might be my new enemy, but our house's enemy has always been the same. The Brackens shall be destroyed. Only 76% chance on this one, and we've got another murder scheme open, so we might as well kill the next heir in line right after. 60% chance on him. It's getting worse and worse. We used to be so good at murder, but it seems like in our old age, we've only grown worse. Or at least it's gotten much harder now that they're our vassals and that they hate us and that they are much more on the guard against our scheme here. All right, so what the heck is going on? We got invited to this war, the next conquest of the lordship of Crow's Barons. So it looks like he's trying to take advantage of the war and their weakness and snag a little bit of this county here Wow. I mean, you do you, dude. Even without my 5,000 troops, you are well gonna wreck this guy. You just gotta watch out for the Iron Throne because they are technically, well, they're not our enemy. They are potentially hostile if you run into them. So be careful. What's this? Another path. My agents have noticed that the disagreeable Lord Lyle reacts strangely every time his acquaintance Ormond is mentioned. Investigating further would mean putting aside my dark plans for the Lord, but I must admit my curiosity is piqued. Ormond, who was murdered mysteriously? If he's hiding something, I must know it. I'll end my scheme, but I will try to find out his secret. Where to go? Give me his secret. Tell me that, confirm for me that he killed my nephew. There it is, the Lord's secret. My agents notice one curiosity, one sign after another, and it is not long before the picture reveals itself. The brazen Lord Lyle killed my acquaintance Ormond. It was him. It was him. He's the one who did it. This is good. Look at this. We've got the hook, the secret murder scheme. We could blackmail him. No. All we need to do is let everyone know. We expose his secret that he's a murderer. He murdered Lyle, my nephew, and he deserves to be imprisoned. Now, for some reason, I don't have an imprisonment reason against him, probably because it was only my nephew and not my direct relative, although I feel that's like wrong. He's killed my family member, dude. The other downside is now I can't murder him for another 10 years because I gave up on that to follow this plot. So how am I even going to get my revenge, right? What a difficult position. I will try to goad him into looking for a fight, just insult him, and beyond that I'm gonna start an abduction scheme. It's not gonna succeed. It's so super low, probably never gonna succeed, but I got nothing else to do. I can't kill him. I can't murder him anymore, but I know that he killed my nephew. He killed my hopes and my dreams, and now he must pay as well. I will find a way. The series cannot end until I have had the revenge that is deserved by my house here. Okay, but are you guys about to get wrecked by this Iron Throne? Yeah, they came straight up and were just like, no, dude, we don't care if we're fighting a war to vassalize them right now. We don't play about you snaking this territory from the Vale. So they just got ruined by the Iron Throne here. I raised my troops to come up and help you, dude, but like, seems kind of silly at this point. Should we really try to march directly into the Eyrie? I mean, it looks like they've already sieged down, and this is all under King Aegon's control now, but he never got up to the Eyrie. So meanwhile, Lord Peter of the Lordship of the Port of Arryn wants to host a grand tournament. I mean, it might not be the time, guy. Like, your whole realm is at war here. This is like one of the offshoots of House Arryn. It's like the Lannisport version, the port version of House Arryn, not the main cool leader house that should have been in control of this and now has been relegated simply to the lordship of the high road leading into the mountain and vale. Pretty sad, I gotta say. The Royces inherited and took over, although this guy, he's 4 years old. All he's ever known is being in this civil war, so not gonna attend his feast. In fact, we're kind of at war with your liege, dude. Lord Lormius, a ransom? I don't think so. Never. That 100 gold belongs to me. Should just execute him. He murdered my family. I'm just gonna get rid of him. He doesn't need to live any longer. I don't need to think about him anymore. My plot to abduct Lord Lyle has been discovered. Great. I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna work, but now it's definitely not gonna work. Alright, we got a shot at Amos, though. 57% chance. I mean, better than nothing. I like those odds. Let's go. Yes! Defenseless. Amos is dead. He swallowed the bait, sambicade and all. In no time at all, he was clutching at his throat, wheezing for air before collapsing into a small heap on the ground, never to get up again. All bakers in the area were questioned, but no trace of foul play could be found. That's one less Bracken to worry about in any case. I had to do this. Our abduction scheme's probably never going to go off, but what are you going to do? His new heir is this Bracken, Harris Bracken. We're just going to have to try to murder him too. One less Bracken in the world is all good by me. They have 15 living members remaining. So One down, several more to go. They have a new bastard branch house. That's so interesting. It was founded just 10 years ago by Lord Raylan Rivers, bastard founder, province of Lambswold. The Lambswold here is just a barony. No big deal. But, yeah, offshoot branches still count. Sorry, dude. The Brackens will be forgotten, and that is my mission. That is the goal, and that shall be the future. Meanwhile, Lord Lyle, he's got a faction to install himself to the duchy. Yeah, I like the sounds of this plan. Let's try to abduct him. No, his luck will not last. Let's try again. It's never going to happen. But he wants to install himself and thinks he has enough power to challenge me. I would love to see it. I would love to see him rise up and revolt just so that I can snag him and put him in jail and take his title and murder him and torture him and stuff. That's what he deserves. I can't do it because of the way schemes work. I'm basically locked out, so that would be one of the best ways for me to legally get him, basically. And what's this? A twist of fate. It seems Lord Miles is dead, and therefore no longer my rival. The Selmies will forget all about my slights against their house. Don't even worry about it. Meanwhile, this kid, if his mother re-inherits, then when she dies, her children with my son, my nephew actually, will inherit that title instead. So I think that's a much better plan than letting him live and have it. Don't you think? But we can only have so many murder schemes going on at a time. We'll just have to be patient. Let this abduction scheme fail, probably. But hopefully we get the 50% shot on this other guy here, Mr. Harris Bracken. Only 30 gold to make progress on my murder scheme. Why not? But it seems we can't escape the Selmy rivalries. His son grew up hating me and therefore decided to make me his new rival as well, now that his father's passed on. Oh well, I suppose we'll live down the Selmy feud sooner or later, but they're inconsequential. They're nothing compared to our hatred for the Brackens. My poor grandson Lormius is ill, not looking good. He's just finished his lesson with Brian, his steward, on management of the treasury and the gold therein. He seems to have taken the lesson to heart, with a reinforced sense of justice. He's constantly talking about how everyone, from the highest lord to the lowliest scalder, pays their part in the economy of the realm. A strong sense of justice will endear you to the people, my boy. No. Bleed them dry. Emotion begets weakness, child. Suppress them. Yes, I think that would be our lesson for him. Not to be a just person, but to rather lean into your vengeful nature. Yes, become callous. Just like your grandfather. A secret tunnel we can use. Let's try it. It's never gonna happen. Just rise up against me, dude. Just go ahead. It's fine. Just rise up against me. What's this? In the early morning, just as I prepare to start the day, a servant beckons me over to a quiet corner. Pardon, a raven from Lucas arrived. It had a letter for you and a note attached saying it was urgent you saw it as soon as it arrived. Lucas, my grandson, son of my son Lucas, who's married to Darna of Cape of Eagles. Basically, he is the heir to the Cape of Eagles, essentially. And also, the reason I'm getting this is because he's got the green sight, so he has prophetic dreams that allow him to maybe see the future. So he's written me a warning here, it seems. He says, Samuel, I have had a dream. A doe laps at the water of a lake. The hidden shadow of a wolf lurks behind a tree, its fangs glistening with hunger. The doe yelps and falls to the ground as its neck is pierced and its life drained away. It seems someone is plotting to kill me. As grateful as I am for the information, I hope the dreams which haunt Lucas aren't affecting him too severely. Nonetheless, we must stop the villain behind this, and he gains a bunch of stress for being 6-year-old, dreaming about someone trying to murder his grandfather. And meanwhile, Ella Lannister, the house head of the Lannisport Lannisters, hates me, hates my guts. I shall write a witty poem mocking her many failings. It seems my witty rhymes and clever innuendo worked into scathing critique against Ella's character and has been going around her court like wildfire. Try as she might, she cannot suppress their spread, which only adds to her embarrassment. Maybe this will finally put her in her place. The Lannisport Lannister house shall be long forgotten. Your children will not inherit your house's title, but damn. Yeah, 5 living members. He's a bastard. She's marrying off somebody else. Lady Jane, I don't know, she might have a future or something. Serena, whatever. Let them do as they will. Balin controls the lordship of Lannisport. It seems Lady Cherie was slain, and therefore her child has inherited. That means, Balin here, my son, he's been widowed, so he can't marry again. He's going to simply help oversee the realm and control Lannisport. His family line shall take control of Lannisport for forever from now on, which is pretty good county here. The main port of trade for all of House Lannister is now controlled by the Blackwoods. What's this guy saying? To my liege, it is time for you to recognize the ancient and inalienable rights of your vassals, accept the demands of our Liberty faction, or face our swords on the battlefield. I guess I have no choice, and I simply lose legitimacy and we lower our crown authority, or I will not be threatened by you to lower my authority. Let's check out his faction here. Who do you got? You want the lordship of whatever. These guys all want lower authority. Flockshade. Big ol' stone. Those big ol' stones. Waspwood, we're trying to get you marrying off to Moira here. So, what do you think you're doing? And my own spy master too? Dude, I thought we had this in the bag. I overlooked your adultery and everything. That just pisses me off. House Hickory, you're cruising for a bruising, buddy boy. I will not be threatened. Okay? I'll bring my dog to the council meeting too. So they're declaring war on me. I'm gonna rally the troops. They are vastly inferior. That's funny. And yeah, we're gonna have to face down this war, this battle, this uprising. But that makes it a very good place to end this particular episode. And look at that. We still are waiting to find out. This war has been going on for at least 5 years, because this kid was nothing, a newborn, when he inherited the title and took on this vassalization war. He's been trying to hold out, trying to hold on. And it doesn't matter that the Reeds are in here trying to snake their peace. They got brutally kicked out by the Iron Throne. We'll see if they give up the war once the vassalization goes through and they're part of the realm as well. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna last too much longer. Maybe by next episode we'll finally see the end and the Mountain of Vale come under. And then meanwhile, we have to teach all of our rebellious vassals down here a lesson. I can't believe the Liberty faction got enough strength, and meanwhile the Brackens here are not in the war. The people that I wanted the most to revolt so that I could teach them a lesson aren't even involved. But maybe it's time to consolidate the realm under better vassals, more loyal vassals, more old gods worshipping vassals. Yes, we'll see. We'll see what we do with them after we win the war next time. So hope you'll join me for that, and thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.